Okay, we got another book here, Secret Lives of Great Artists. It's halfway decent. I think it's good information, and especially if you like learning about the crazy things that artists do. So let's see. What your teachers never told you about master painters and sculptors. Secret Lives of Great Artists by Elizabeth Lunday. Lunday. And let's go ahead and go to the back with outrageous anecdotes about everyone from Leonardo to Caravaggio to Edward Hopper. Secret Lives of Great Artists recounts the steamy, seamy, and gritty history behind the great masters of international art. You'll learn that Michelangelo's body odor was so bad his assistants wouldn't work with him, that Vincent van Gogh sometimes ate paint directly from the tube, and that George O'Keeffe loved painting in the nude. This is one art history lesson you'll never forget. Elizabeth Lunday is a journalist specializing in architecture and art. She writes the Masterpieces column for the Mental Floss magazine and lives in Fort Worth. Okay, bought it used. I wouldn't buy it new, but I'd say it's okay to buy it used. Absolutely. I don't know that it's worth the full price, but what's really nice is, I'm sorry I shook the table, it goes in and it shows you a list of all the different artists that she writes about, and there's a lot in here. And there was some interesting facts, and for me, as I like to go back and build up the variables on artists' lives, not just their bad behavior or who they were married to, but maybe details that you normally don't get, because these details really give you the insight into these people's characters. It's a pretty halfway decent book, and she goes in and does that kind of thing. She outlines different questions on each one, and then she goes into giving stories about them. So I'd say it's an okay book. It's an interesting read book. I don't necessarily, the one thing I didn't like about this book, which reminded me a little bit of the other book, Secret Sex Lives of Artists, it appears that when an author has too much of an agenda, that they want to pigeonhole you into it, then they desperately try to find things that maybe aren't so bad or so weird, but they try to put a real negative spin on the behavior so that way they can justify, oh, look at this one has a sexual addiction, when in reality, maybe it's not something like that. So, anyway, I'd say it's good. It's worth reading. Buy it used, don't pay full price. And anyway, it's got some good facts. Ciao.